OTAs have now officially concluded, and the story of camp has been Justin Fields' growing connection with DJ Moore. So I did a ton of updates throughout Bears rookie camps and OTAs. Today I wanted to briefly run down some of the biggest updates in case you missed it, and talk about the story of the entire offseason program and the story that is drawing the most hype for the 2023 season. Let's get right into it. The story of OTAs, of course, has been Justin Fields to DJ Moore. No matter who you get your reports from, it's impossible to have not heard about how well DJ Moore and Justin Fields seem to be getting along already. Justin said himself that the connection has come easily. Fields and the first team offense finished OTAs strong with a great showing before breaking for 40 days. The play of the day yesterday was Justin Fields throwing an absolute dime to Robert Tonyan for a touchdown. Tonyan made a spectacular one-handed grab for the TD. Darnell Mooney's absence can be seen as a good thing when it comes to giving Justin Fields time to build chemistry with not only DJ Moore, but the other receivers like Chase Claypool as well. I'm confident that Darnell Mooney will be ready for training camp, but I'm not a doctor and I don't know anything you guys do other than he is working hard and running, and he's been at Hallis Hall every day. Everyone seems hyped up about Justin Fields, and there was a ton of buzz about him and DJ Moore, which stands out as the story of OTAs. Justin Fields spoke and said he's already comfortable with the chemistry with Darnell Mooney, and that him and Chase Claypool have came a long way this offseason. They got to put in some work, and he said that that comfortability is growing. On top of that, he went out of his way to praise DJ Moore and how easy that connection has came. The Justin Fields and DJ Moore connection is something that we're going to talk about all season long. Justin also commented on how more guys are buying in this year and how things are slowing down for him, and how much he's grown since last season. After throwing multiple touchdowns to DJ Moore pretty much every day in camp, he closed out camp by throwing touchdowns to Robert Tonyan, Dante Pettis, Velus Jones, Tyler Scott, and Equanimous St. Brown. It was by far his best practice of the offseason, and it gives the offense some momentum heading forward. Justin said he will be heading to France to coach a football camp with Jordan Love and Deshaun Watson this weekend. He also said he'll be organizing a workout in July with all of the receivers, running backs, and tight ends down in Florida. Justin said it's important that him and all the guys come down and get their timing right before they head to training camp. Talk about being a leader. Without Darnell Mooney and Chase Claypool, Dante Pettis has been the most reliable receiver outside of DJ Moore. Velus Jones Jr. also continues getting looks, and he made some plays. Tyler Scott made some big plays as well, but he had some ups and downs. Moving on to the center position, the coaching staff wants to stabilize the position by having two veterans with both Cody Whitehair and Lucas Patrick. This should add some leadership and stability to the youngsters around them. I am confident in this year's offensive line. Darnell Wright had some struggles in early OTAs, but all rookies do, especially when you're not in pads. It's hard to block people. Meanwhile, Braxton Jones looks stronger and ready to take a major step forward. Tevin Jenkins is healthy, and I think he can have a Pro Bowl caliber season at left guard. Cody Whitehair is stabilizing the center position, and he should be a big upgrade over Musty. Nate Davis looks great at right guard. He looks slimmed down from last season, and I think Darnell Wright is going to be a mauler on the right side at tackle. This line will take some time to gel, but they have me really excited. Right now, there also seems to be some concern with Larry Borum. He is working with the second team at left tackle, and he seems to have a leg up early on for that swing tackle role. But Flus's comment about his weight kind of seemed concerning. We'll see how this plays out in training camp, but Larry Borum is another guy to watch. Onto the other side of the ball, Tremaine Edmunds looks like the real deal on defense. He's the definition of a freak athlete, and he just stands out. I expect him to be a leader and have a huge year. TJ Edwards is a really good player as well, and so far Noah Sewell has filled in for Jack Sanborn. Eddie Jackson is back to 100%, and him and Jaquan Brisker look to form a dynamic duo at safety. Brisker has made a lot of plays in camp, and he had a big interception yesterday. He's been a lot more vocal, and he looks bigger and more beefed up this offseason. I expect a huge season out of Brisk. As far as the third safety spot, so far it looks like Elijah Hicks has stepped into DHC's shoes and filled in as the backup at both safety spots. He's been responsible for a few of the TDs Fields has thrown. I like Hicks a lot. To go along with our safeties, our corners have played great as well. With Jalen Johnson returning, Tyreek Stevenson has remained in the starting lineup, with Kyler Gordon at nickel, giving us a very talented and dynamic young secondary. I have a ton of faith in these guys. It comes down to whether or not our defensive line can apply pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Newcomer DeMarcus Walker is already establishing himself as a leader on this defensive line. He brings a relentless form of energy. Andrew Billings also looks the part of a massive run stuffer. He really excites me as well as we head towards training camp. Also, don't rule out Justin Jones. I heard some people talking like he's going to be cut. I do not see that happening. Meanwhile, the rookies are making instant impacts again. Early on, the rookies have again stood out. Darnell Wright has looked as advertised and seems on track to be a day one starter at right tackle. He hasn't been perfect. He gave up a couple of pressures, but nothing to worry about, especially without pads on. Meanwhile, Gervon Dexter's insane power and hustle has made its presence felt. He looks legit. Tyreek Stevenson has also stood out. He's been working with the ones a lot. He's an early favorite to lock down a starting job as a rookie. Other rookies like Roschon Johnson, Tyler Scott, Zach Pickens, Noah Sewell, and Terrell Smith have all made plays as well. Noah Sewell's gotten reps with the starters, filling in for Jack Sanborn, and he's taken advantage of that opportunity thus far. Tyler Scott has also got some reps with the ones on offense without Darnell Mooney being there. This rookie class has a ton of potential again. Darnell Mooney and Jack Sanborn are both still working their way back from off-season surgeries. Meanwhile, the team is pretty healthy for the most part. Knock on wood. Let's hope that can continue throughout camp. On that note, Justin Fields went off on his final day of practice, having what would have been a perfect day busted up by a Tyler Scott dropped pass. Other than that, Fields was on fire and closed out camp with his best performance thus far. He was nearly perfect in red zone drills and threw 5 touchdowns on the day. It's clear that the hype surrounding DJ Moore is real, and his addition to this offense, paired with everything else that Ryan Poles has done this offseason, has me even more confident than I was last year that Justin Fields is going to be a superstar. He's not going to be perfect every day. There will be some ups and downs along the way, but let's give this dude every chance possible to succeed in Chicago. He deserves that. We have a 40-day break coming until training camp. I have all 22 breakdowns coming on Roschon Johnson, Tyler Scott, Noah Sewell, Travis Bell, and Kendall Williamson. I may also do a couple on undrafted free agents as well. We'll see, but on top of that, I want to do follow-up videos on our rookies from last season. I also plan on doing an all 22 on Andrew Billings as well. Be sure to turn on the notifications so you guys don't miss out on new videos. Remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.
Yeah, we icy. We going for that ring. We about to go golf. Let's go to the swing. So, yeah.
Swifty in the house!